So, in my prior video, I discussed the possibility of getting a new digital talking book player. You can go ahead and go back to that video for more information about what a digital talking book player is, and more information about the various choices that were available to me. Well, I made my decision, and it's basically what you see in front of you. And what you see in front of you, by the way, if you blow this video up to full screen on YouTube, that's a scale size model of the device. At least I believe it's scale size. This is, for those of you who have watched the last video, you'll recognize this, but for those of you who have not, perhaps I should do a recap. I was in the market for a digital talking book player and have decided between the Victor Reader Stream and the Bookport Plus to go with the Bookport Plus. The Bookport Plus, to me, has the best balance, I think, of what I would like in a recorder. It's an extremely versatile recorder. There are a couple of things I forgot to mention from the last video, one of which is that there's a built-in talking level indicator, so you don't clip your recordings. There's a number of different presets. I can't go over all the features now. If I do end up with it, I will go ahead and tell you about them. But no, I've decided on the Bookport Plus because, number one, like I said, the recording capabilities. Number two is the built-in wireless. Number three is the fact that it's made by the American Printing House for the Blind. Now, for those of you who are new to my channel and may not understand this, the American Printing House for the Blind, APH, has been around since the 1850s, late 1850s, and they have worked for over 150 years to make material accessible to students and professionals who are blind or have low vision. They have a huge presence in our K-12 academic system. In fact, I've been using APH products throughout my schooling career, throughout my K-12 schooling life. In elementary school, I used these Braille books that were called the Patterns series. Those were from APH. I took home some Braille reading cards, also from APH. I used a cassette recorder that was from APH to listen to my books in high school. It's just had a very profound impact on my life. So it's hard to understand unless you've actually used the material that APH offers. But whenever I see this symbol, this logo right here between these two buttons, APH, it just brings home a lot of nostalgia for me. Also, from what I've heard, now, there's a sister product for this called the PlexTalk Pocket. Same hardware, different software. And the software is different as such to a point where if I remember correctly, the Bookport Plus runs smoother. Which is something that I'm looking forward to. Obviously, unit by unit will vary, but I'm hoping that that's the case with mine, if I end up with it. Oh, one more thing, and that is the software. If I go down here, we see book transfer software. This is a complete integration package for the Bookport Plus. You don't have to use it, but you can. You get your text files, podcasts, audiobooks, Audible books, music. If we go up here, we can see our options. Now, retrieve NLS key. I just want to clarify something, because I'd originally thought that this was for getting the NLS key from your computer to the player. It actually does the reverse. And why would you want to do that? because you need an NLS key to authorize your books from the National Library Service for the blind and physically handicapped. Well, the reason you would want to do that is if you need to send your Bookport Plus back in for service, or if you intend on selling it or giving it to somebody else. If you do not remove that key, then that key remains with them. Now, I'm not sure if the Plex Talk, which means that they have your key, in essence, they are using your account. Now, I don't know if the Plex Talk Pocket has this feature, but the Bookport Plus allows you to remove the key. The BookSense that I have does not allow you to do that, so I think that's a major plus if that should ever happen. If we go to our file menu, we can insert a podcast feed, web radio station. So it's just very versatile and yet very simple to use. And you can search throughout your entire computer here. But this is unique. Well, it's not necessarily. There's a sister product, I believe, for the Plex Talk Pocket. But the problem with that one is it's available for Windows. As you can see, we've got Book Transfer here running on my Mac. That's important to me because I will use Windows if I have to, but for my personal day-to-day sort of leisurely computing, as it were, I would really prefer to use a Macintosh or Linux. That's one of the other things that I like about this particular player. There is no file structure. And the reason I like that is because with the Victor Reader Stream, every single thing had to be organized into a $VR folder. With the Bookport Plus, it's more of a drag and drop architecture, with the exception, I believe, of Audible books. But no, the recording capabilities, the fact that it's backed by APH, which resonates with me. Their software is available for the Macintosh. Also, the guide voice. There's a guide voice on this that's not the synthetic speech. Now, for those of you who are wondering, okay, if you have an iOS 6 device, a brand new iOS 6 device, not an upgraded one, but a brand new that came pre-installed with iOS 6, you go to General Settings, General Accessibility, VoiceOver. Turn VoiceOver on and hear it speak. That voice is what's used to read books in the Bookport Plus. You can go back to my other video, In the Market for a Digital Talking Book Player, and you can hear what the voice sounds like. The guide voice is actually a recorded voice from one of the narrators for the National Library Service, which, believe it or not, APH produces books for the National Library Service. There's just a lot of heritage, both with excuse me, both with me personally and the company as a whole. I've never had an issue with any of APH's products throughout my academic career. But aside from the nostalgia that comes with the APH brand for me, again, the recording capabilities. Oh, the guide voice. I'm sorry, I got off track. The guide voice, again, that's recorded. With the Plex Talk Pocket, it's more like a robotic voice. Now, I understand why they're doing this on the Plex Talk Pocket. The Bookport Plus, if you Google Plex Talk Pocket and look at the images, you'll see the devices are very, very similar. In fact, they're the same device, aside from some branding and color changes, hardware-wise. Software-wise, the Plex Talk Pocket sells all over the globe. Here in the United States, it's sold by IRTI. EnableMart, I believe, has it. But most recently, in the last year, Freedom Scientific has started to distribute it. But the Pocket is a global product, so they needed a voice speech engine that would accompany all of the languages, particularly within the Eurozone, I'm sure. The European Union. My apologies. But with the Bookport Plus, that is specifically for the United States market. In fact, you can't get it from anywhere else but APH. And that's actually, I consider that a plus. because it's kind of like Apple. It's a one-stop shop to go to in case anything happens. You don't have to contact your dealer or anything because your dealer is APH. So, so basically, I have definitely decided on the Bookport Plus. Oh, it's also cheaper than the Victor Stream. And for the capabilities, for $329, you get a very versatile recording device where you can make very structured meetings, you can convert audio cassettes, you can record from the radio, you can record from a line-in source, you can do all sorts of great things. My apologies, that was my phone. So that's the recording capabilities. On the playback capabilities, you've got text files. Oh, you can even create text files. You can play text files back. You can play Daisy books. You can play web radio. You can play podcasts. For the money, which is $329, which is right in line with the current crop of iPods, this player is just much more capable as far as what you can do with it, especially when it comes to accessibility, even more so than an Android device. The Galaxy Note 2 is $299 on contract. I just found a Daisy reader for it the other day called Go Read. If anybody wants me to demonstrate that, I will. But one of the things that I've found is with this player, with the Bookport Plus, you can navigate a myriad of ways. Page, paragraph, go to heading, go to page, navigate by chapter. With the Go Read software, all you can do is navigate by section, which I think is extremely limited because I did start reading the Steve Jobs biography on my BookSense. The only plus that I can think of with Go Read is the integrated Bookshare connection, which again, let me fire up the book transfer software again. In this software, now I can't access it now because as you can see down here at the bottom, it says Bookport not connected. But there's a utility in the Bookport software, in the book transfer software, that will allow you to not even have to go to the website for bookshare.org, which is nice because I'm a member. It's just a more streamlined experience. You can even look for firmware updates from the book transfer software. It's just all there. And the fact that it's available for the Macintosh, I mean, I feel like APH has really thought of everything here. But no, I've decided on the Bookport Plus and would like to hear your feedback. Thank you for watching. Comments are welcome and have a nice day.